Hi, my name is Bowman. I'll be acting as a hot-headed representative for Humane Society International. Today, we students of MMU's Bachelor in Strategic Communications will be doing a role play for LNP1037, a negotiation between MMU's research team and Humane Society International.
Hi, I'm Faris, and I'll be acting as a friendly representative from Humane Society International.
Hi, my name is Nur Sakina, and I will be acting as a lecturer from MMU that teaches veterinary science course.
Hello, my name is Lim Chun Lian, and I'll be acting as the student from MMU's research team that will communicate with the Humane Society International. Hello, I'm Chun Lian from MMU research team. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Bowman. Thank you for calling Humane Society International. We work around the globe to promote the human-animal bond, rescue and protect dogs and cats, improve farm animal welfare, protect wildlife, promote animal-free testing and research, respond to natural disasters and confront cruelty to animals in all of its forms. How may I help you?
Yes, so I would like to discuss a plan to reduce the illegal trading of fur in the production of fur coats.
Oh, what plan? Wait, before that, where were you from again?
Oh, I'm from Multimedia University, and I'm from the research team actually, and we are planning the experiment as of right now.
Okay, so what is your plan? Reducing illegal trading of fur, right?
So yes, now we all know that trading of fur usually involves something like skinning the animals and very disturbing living conditions. And sometimes animals are also fed way too much to fatten them up to get more height. So the plan that my research team has come up with is to combat this kind of trading problem.
Sounds interesting.
So is it possible to arrange a date and time for proper discussion through Meet?
All right, you can contact us through Telegram at 011-2233-4455 to make an appointment. We will then make further arrangements there.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Bowman. So to talk about my idea first, I would like to use 20 rabbits in the experiment to test two different diets for fur quality. So the fur from the rabbits will actually be used in the production of coats and
You dare contact us with the idea of animal testing in mind? We are the Humane Society International. We help and save animals, not sell them out.
wait, no sir, you misunderstood me.
Misunderstood. Have you even done your homework checking out our website? We are against animals in laboratory testing.
Wait, please let me explain first.
No need to. If this experiment happens, we will sue you in accordance to the international animal laws. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm Lim Chunlen from MMU's research team, and this is my lecturer.
Hi, I'm Sakina and I teach veterinary science in MMU. Nice meeting both of you today. And thank you once again for accepting our request to discuss on this matter. But I'm sorry if we disturb your time during this hour.
Hi, Miss Lim and Miss Sakina. I'm Mr. Faris, and this is Mr. Bowman. We are the representatives from the Humane Society International. Do not worry, you did not disturb any of our time during this hour. So, how can we help you?
Okay, so the plan that my research team has was to use 20 rabbits in this experiment and to test two different diets for the resulting fur quality of.
Okay, that is enough. Can you stop wasting our time? I've already stated before that Humane Society International are here to help animals and we will not agree to laboratory testings.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bowman, but can you let my student explain one by one about the research that we are going to conduct first? Then maybe after this you will understand better. Please.
Yeah, please calm down, Mr. Bowman. Let's give them another chance to explain the situation. Maybe the experiment might not be as harmful as you think.
Thank you for your understanding. Okay, Chin, go ahead and explain to them about our research.
Okay, Miss. So the rabbits will be fed two different diets to see if there's a difference in their fur quality. And then the fur that the research team gets from the rabbits will be used to knit fur coats.
I'm,
And
so,
this-
I'm sorry, what?
um,
Sorry, Chen Yang, will you let me explain to them instead?
yes, Miss.
Okay. So, as you have been informed, that my students, they are going to do research on animals. So, their idea is to use rabbit's fur. They choose rabbit as their animals for knitted clothing. But we all know that it is cruel if we skin the animal's fur. So I have decided to let them use only the fur that has fallen out because obviously we don't want to hurt the rabbits. That is not our objective. So we will make sure that all the rabbits get the best protection and care from us. And you guys don't have to worry about their routine checkups, as I will be the one uh, that does the checkups along with the help from my boss. And the most importantly, we will never use any chemicals on the rabbits. Okay. And not only that, we also will give your team evidence if you guys want. My students, they will do video logs every 3 months so that you guys can trust us on this research.
Okay.
Another thing, at the end of the research, we will provide your team with the medical record book for each rabbit's health condition. Yes, Mr. Bowman?
Okay, that's an interesting idea. However, what do you mean by video logs every 3 months? That is far too long. We will have no idea what's happening to the rabbits.
Or about the video logs. What I meant was that my students, they will do daily video logs about the rabbit's condition, and I will be the one that update you guys with the video at the end of the week for up to 3 months.
Okay. Miss Sakina, may I confirm if you are a certified veterinarian scientist? Have you gone through any training or programs to become who you are today?
She should be, since she's a lecturer.
Yeah, I'm a certified veterinarian scientist since I used to work at a British Veterinary Association as a veterinary clinical pathologist.
Mm. Wow, okay. That's an interesting job.
Yeah, it is, Mr. Faris. Okay, anyway, about another thing that I want to add is about the rabbit's diet. Okay, I know that HSI team is very particular about animals' diet. So in this case, I will make sure that my students give only the best food to the rabbits, as we will only collect healthy first to make the clothes, because we want a quality one, right? So may I ask your organizations, do you have any suggestion on what food or brand that we can give to the rabbits?
Uh,
Any products that you guys can suggest?
mm, there are food that we can suggest to keep the rabbits in a healthy condition. Is provide One of it is providing a grass hay every day or very frequently in order to prevent fur blockage. 2 weeks to a month after that, increase the feed slightly or add a dressing like bunny granola on top of the rabbit rations. Bunny granola is like a supplement that supports the stress for improved stress management and digestive and immune health for all pet and livestock rabbits. Once your rabbit has achieved its prime condition, cut back slightly on the amount of feed you give to the rabbit without starving the animal, of course. This will maximize the length of time that rabbit stays in condition and its fur stays fine.
Okay. Never mind. I will inform my other students that join this research program as well. But Chunyan, can you take note of this, because I'm afraid that I might forget some details later on.
Yes, Miss. I'll take note.
Okay, thank you so much, Chunyan. Oh, another question to ask. Are there any laws that we need to know and follow?
Yes, there are laws that you need to know and follow. It's called the animal law. Animal law is a statutory and case law in which the nature of non-human animals is an important factor. It encompasses companion animals, wildlife, animals used for entertainment, and animals raised for food and research. In your case, it will be animals raised for food and research. So I can say that it is possible to make knitted clothes of rabbits fur by not shaving or plucking, but only using the fur that fall out. Before you pursue, but before you pursue this experiment, um, you need to have three licenses. Firstly, you need a project license for the scientist in charge of the project, which details the numbers and types of animals to be used, the experiments to be performed, and their purpose. Next will be you need a certificate for the institution to ensure it is adequate facilities and staff. Lastly, you need is the personal license for each scientist who carries out any procedures. The experiment must use the minimum number of animals, involve animals with the lowest degree of neurophysiological sensitivity, cause the least pain, suffering, distress, or lasting harm, and be the most likely to produce satisfactory results.
In your situation, that would mean you, as lecturer, will have to be in charge, will have to be registered for the experiment, and you will have to be in charge and responsible for any harm done to the rabbits.
I see. Okay, I will. I will let my students know about this law, just to make sure that to make sure that they do not do anything against it while conducting the research.
Right then. So what will you do after the research is complete?
Oh, if our research is successful, we are going to conduct a talk for our faculty where we are going to encourage everyone about how important it is for us to take care of our pets, by giving them the best food, the best care and love. And also we are planning on doing a charity for people in Syria. So my students will make as many knitted clothes as they can to give to the people in Syria. But this is still in our plan list, not confirmed yet. Yeah.
Okay, very well. That's a good idea, Miss Akina. That will help the people of Syria for a good cause, as
True.
Syria has been through tough times.
Yep.
Besides that, what physical facilities and environmental conditions can you give to the rabbits?
Okay, about physical facilities and environmental conditions. I have discussed about this with my boss on this last week. So MMU decided to buy cages for 20 rabbits, and the size will be like 4 times bigger of the rabbit size, because we want to give them comfort. But this is the problem that we are facing. It is regarding our financial situation, since we are currently in a pandemic. MMU won't have enough money to buy bigger cages for them. So is it okay if HSI, your team, help us on this matter?
Um, for the rabbit safety, we can provide bigger cages for them, but only up to like 25% of the rabbits that you need to run for the research. We can't keep all the rabbits because there are also other institutes who ask for the same help from us.
Oh, okay. Mm, okay, I will let my boss know about this and see where we can adjust our budget later. But you guys don't have to worry. I will make sure that all the rabbits are safe and live in a conditioned environment.
All right, sure, Miss Sakina. This will help the Humane Society International to give legal support to MMU's research team using rabbit fur as a knitted clothes.
So who thought of this idea? What made you guys start this research?
Oh, Chilean, do you want to talk about this?
Okay, yes, miss.
Okay.
So, actually, our team thought of the idea before bringing it up with Miss Sakina, and we are actually quite passionate about the issue of animal cruelty in the fur industry. And of course, we can see that current practices are really cruel, and they don't care much about harming the animals and whatnot. So we wanted to think of a better way of getting the fur without actually harming the animals. And in my opinion, even though uh, the fur industry can't completely be abolished, but we could revolutionize the way fur is harvested.
Okay. That's a good idea. Seems like it's an excellent plan, judging by where your research team is heading. May take a while for industries to follow your footsteps, but we can work things out.
Yeah, of course. We want to stop normalizing the trend where it is okay to skin the animal's fur without thinking of the pain that the animals are going through. We want to stop that trend. So our job here is to educate them on this. That is why we came up with the plan on collecting only the fur that has fallen out.
So how are you planning to collect the rabbit fur?
Uh, well, we actually plan to collect it when we comb the rabbits, or maybe if the fur has fallen off, then we will clean it before we use it for the production process.
Collect and clean it. Okay, I get the idea. But wouldn't that mean that the fur quality will not be as good as skin coats?
Mm, yes, the quality probably won't be as good as those from the fur industry, but that's a really minor trade-off compared to the cruelty that they would endure.
Well, as long as there is no animal cruelty involved in your experiment, there's not much to worry. I'm sure that there are people out there who support your way of experimenting these animals without hurting or torturing them.
I'm sure you guys are aware of how fragile rabbits are. Who is going to take care of their daily needs? Feeding, cleaning, grooming, playtime.
Oh, well, that will be done by my research team, my teammates, and me. So we will definitely follow all the guidelines that you and your institution has set for us.
Teammates. So you are students, right? So what about weekends, semester breaks? Who will be taking care of them?
Well, the experiment timeline is expected to last for about 3 months. So that means you'll be available to care for the rabbits during that time, around the clock. But in the event that the experiment actually extends further than 3 months, we will take turns in caring for the rabbits. Yeah.
Okay, then. Taking care of the rabbits is your number one priority in running this experiment. If they are not taken care of well, they might be in a bad health, causing them to lose the quality of the fur. So be sure to be very careful with the rabbits.
Yes, definitely.
So what will the rabbits' test diets be? Fresh feed?
Yes. Yes, we will feed them following the guidelines that you have set. And earlier, Mr. Faris actually mentioned something about grass hay. So we will also include that into the diet scheme. And the team will also take videos of their feeding time as well as record the amount that we feed them in the book for each rabbit.
I'm asking about specifics. You mentioned not testing two diets, right? So what are the two diets?
Okay, so the two diets that we have planned as of right now would be hay and fruits for the first batch, and then the second batch would be hay and vegetables. So we will also use supplementary pellets as well, other than those two diets.
What brand of hay are you planning to feed?
We have some brands in mind to consider, but we are planning on using the KT brand because of the nutritional value it offers to the rabbit. And if you want to know, this brand mostly consists of Timothy hay that has been handpicked to achieve the best ratio of leaf to stem.
That's a good choice, Miss Sakina. In fact, Katie's rabbit food is wholesome, a high quality mix that contains all the natural protein, fiber, oils, and nutrients of whole grains, fortified to ensure a balanced blend. This utilizes natural seeds, grains, and pellets to provide your small pet with a simple yet healthy diet.
About the video logs, I'm still skeptical about it. How about we set up a CCTV within your lab for monitoring?
Uh, there is no need to set up a CCTV, Mr. Bowman, since we already have it in our lab.
Okay, then I request to have access viewing it 24/7.
Yeah, sure, you can.
All right, then. We can view your work in the lab through CCTV anytime that is necessary for us.
So if this research is successful, will MMU be manufacturing the clothes? Or will the technology be handed over to other organizations?
Mm, well, I was actually hoping that working with your site can help make this more publicly known and encourage other factories in the industry to follow this cruelty-free approach.
Okay.
I can agree with that statement, Ms. Lim. I'm also hoping that MMU's research team can be uh, publicized so that the owners will spend more time with their pets by combing their fur or feeding them well or having some playtime to keep them energetic.
Exactly right, Mr. Faris. That is what we are planning to do, and me, as a lecturer, will make sure that my students give their best in handling those rabbits during the research period. Anyway, is there anything that both of you need more clarification on this research program?
Um, I think that'll be all for now. But just to summarize before you begin this experiment, is that you need to have a legal support from Human Society International, a licensing, which is the licensing, support in terms of facilities for the experiment, funding for the experiment, obtaining rabbits, for proper sources, of course, requirements from HSI on expected living conditions and or diets, and follow the proper guidelines on the care of rabbits.
Okay, sure. If there's nothing, then can I know whether the HSI team will agree on this partnership matter?
That will depend on what terms MMU is requesting and whether or not your research would harm the animals. To say the truth, I'm skeptical about the idea of handing animals over to the hands of you scientists. In the end, you people who talk in the name of science always just treat living things as tools for your own ambitions.
No, you are wrong, Mr. Bowman. I agreed with my students regarding this method because I want to be the one that makes the change to open the eyes of the people in the fur industry.
So actually right now, the team would like to request for your support in the research, such as the legal support, such as the licensing that we need, and then financial support for the experiment. And also, in terms of the facilities required for keeping the rabbits in a safe and appropriate location. And the fourth one is obtaining rabbits from the proper sources so that we can guarantee that they are in a healthy condition as well. And if you actually agree to this, we would like to follow your full set of requirements on the expected living conditions and the diets set for the rabbits, and also the proper guidelines for the care of the rabbits. Yes.
As for point one, the license is not issued by us. We can support you, but you still need to get the license itself from MOA, Kementerian Pertanian dan Industri Makanan.
Okay, I'll do so then.
Uh, I can send you the guidelines that you can refer to. The document is called Procedures for Registration of Veterinary Biologicals, excluding vaccines. Diagnostic test kits for animal use in Malaysia. These guidelines will consist of how to register veterinary biologicals or diagnostic test kits, register feed and how feed additives containing veterinary biological substances, certificate of product registration, application and inquiry. All that basic things that you need in order to make the experiment be approved is in the document, including the animal law.
Okay, so these are the full guidelines then.
Yes, as for the fundings, you have not stated how much you need.
For fundings, my team is looking at a figure around 7,000 ringgit.
We are a non-profit organization, not an international corporation. If you need fundings, go find sponsors from elsewhere.
Yeah, our money is spent on saving animals. I'm sorry, but 7,000 ringgit seems too much. Maybe we can provide an alternative amount of money that we both can agree on.
Okay, we can discuss the amount of funding that is appropriate, of course. How much do you think you will be able to provide?
We can only provide up to like 1,500 ringgit for your research team.
If it were me, I'd rather spend the money directly on helping animals instead.
But surely we can compromise. The research is still in the best interest of animals worldwide anyway.
Yes, since our interest here is just to give these rabbits the best care after all. We are not here trying to hurt them.
Uh, okay. Let me just contact my superior on the amount of money that we can agree on.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
Hi. Good evening, sir. Uh, Sorry to disturb you during the weekend, but our client is proposing if we can provide more money to their research team. Yeah, uh, 1,500 is quite less for them. But the thing is, their idea is to use rabbits for knitted clothing. Uh, it might sound like animal cruelty, but they decided to let them use only the fur that falls out because they don't want to hurt rabbits. They will make sure that all the rabbits get the best protection and care from them. And don't worry about their routine checkups, and the certified veterinarian lectures will be the one that does along with the help from our boss. Yeah. Uh, oh yeah. Uh, Most importantly, don't worry, they will never use any chemicals on the rabbits. Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, first you're proposing 7,000 ringgit. But is there any way we can? Is there any alternative amounts that we can provide more than 1,500 ringgit? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. All right then. I will inform to that. I will inform that to them. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day, sir. Bye. Seems that my superior agrees on giving you more than 1,500 ringgit. He says that we can provide you up to 4,000 ringgit. Is that enough for you guys?
Yes, I think we can work with that.
Okay. Next, I have a question. Can you specify what kind of rabbits you're going to experiment on? Like what breed? Its coat length, color, or age?
Oh, about the breed. Mm, we're actually considering doing this experiment on Angora rabbits because they have like really long and thick fur. And we also don't really have a preference on the color specifically. So the age of the rabbit can be around 1 to 2 years of age. Yeah.
Yeah, we prefer rabbits around that age as they have the best quality offer and their health wise is better.
Okay, that's a good idea. Based on many researches, it's been said that most rabbits get the best quality of fur at the age of 12 months and above. So, yeah.
As our side, Humane Society International requests the MMU agree to 9 of our requirements. First, promise that there will be no skinning, plucking, shaving of animal fur, and that only shaded fur collected from either drop fur or combing can be used. Second, feed all rabbits 2 meals from the 2 recipes that have been checked by us daily with amounts suited for their size and weight measured individually. Third, rabbits should have good living conditions like discussed above. Cages should be at least 4 times the size of the rabbit. Fourth, rabbits have to be cared for and tended to daily and cannot be showered and only cleaned by bathing sand. 5. MMU's experiment has to abide to international animal laws. 6. No chemicals are used on the rabbits. 7. HSI will have video access to the lab 24/7. 8. Rabbits will receive routine checkups by a certified veterinarian, which will be you, right, Miss Sakina?
Yep.
Okay. 9. HSI will receive record books for each rabbit's health conditions by the end of the experiment, a total duration of 3 months.
Okay, some of your requirements we could consider, but I would like to amend the rabbits' cages if it's okay that we let some of the rabbits live in a bit smaller cages before we get our new big cage that we have ordered from China, because our order is stuck at the port due to our current situation right now, so they will need to share the cages, but I promise you it will only lasted for a few days.
What do you mean smaller? That was not what you said just now. How many rabbits? Give me a confirmed date.
Well, the cages are just a little smaller than the required 4 times, and we can house probably 1 or 2 rabbits per cage. But this will only be for just a couple of days until the bigger cages arrive. And then we will also try to move them around outside the cages during this time, more often during the day. And we will also be there to supervise them.
Okay, but you still haven't answered my questions. I want numbers. How many rabbits? How many days?
Um, 2 rabbits per cage for at least 4 days.
So now you already have 10 cages.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Before we wrap things up, do you guys have any more questions?
No, from me.
Okay, I think that will be all. Everyone seems to be very satisfied and agreed with the negotiation that we went through in our discussion. So later on, I'll provide you our contract of agreement for approving to the MMU research team on experimenting rabbit's fur for native clothes. We hope that Miss Lim and Miss Akina will go through the experiment smoothly with no issues or problems.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Mr. Bowman and Mr. Faris, for your time and cooperation. We hope we can work again in the future. And anything, my students will contact you through Telegram if that's fine for both of you.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
also.
All right. Welcome, Miss Akina and Miss Lim. All the best and have a good day.
Take care of the rabbits. We leave them in your hands.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.